Do you squabble about which chair to sit in?
I always squabble. I want my chair and I don't want anyone else to sit in it. It's
Me
so weird.
too.
It's so weird, isn't it?
Do you have the same problem at home?
Oh, I certainly do.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Get Real, with the
English
Sisters. Fighting over territory.
Well, I mean, I don't know about fighting, but there's definitely, I find that, especially in the home,
Yeah.
I want my chair, I want my seat on the sofa. I don't want anyone else sitting there, It is odd, isn't it?
It's so odd. I don't know why, but I suppose animals would do the same, don't they? Your little cats, you've got a new little member to the family now, haven't you?
Well, yeah. Well, we first had the other little rescue cat. She arrived in September. By arrive, I mean they literally just arrive in our garden here in Italy. And, she was starving. I don't know, a little cat. Somebody must have.
It's not funny she was starving.
No, it's
funny
not
that
funny.
she arrived by herself because
Yeah.
it's quite rare now. I mean, in the UK that never happens.
No,
now.
but here in Italy, unfortunately,
because they still don't neuter them.
No,
do they?
they don't.
No, it's
yeah.
still a bit the Wild West here.
It is.
They're learning.
They're learning with cats. Yeah, it's more so with dogs now, but with little cats. I guess before having a dog in the house, the cats would never come. But now that since we're in the countryside and the dog's not here, I mean, unfortunately, our little dog passed away. So now the little cats arrive.
It's all little around with you. Little dog, little cat.
She was little at first, wasn't she? But now she's pretty big. Our first rescue cat.
The first one, but there's the second one. I think she might still be a baby though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it's funny to observe, isn't it?
It's funny because the first rescue cat, Tilly, she's been with us now for a year, and she developed all her own little space, territorial space, like she takes up the front porch and certain areas of the home. And when this new little kitten has just arrived, literally, she's been with us for 2 weeks. She arrived at the kitchen door and, she looked like she was starving, so obviously I fed her. And now she takes over like the back garden, area. And it's just amusing how one cat will not enter, the other cat's space.
Well, because
when the little kitten tries to enter, she'll get hissed at.
Cinders enters, the other one gets hissed at.
Yeah, she does.
Tilly hisses at her.
Yeah, she does hiss at her. So
that's what I mean by fighting. When we get edgy or something, if someone takes our space on the settee or a chair.
We don't actually hiss and scratch.
No, hopefully not.
But yes, there is that kind of. Yeah, we are more primitive than we think we are, I think, at times.
Well, I think in psychology they call it like spatial anchoring or something, where you anchor, you fixate on one space, and they have done studies on it in America, and one Italian did it. Marco something, I can't remember the last name. He did a study, and he said that they did it for students, freshmen, and they chose, within 2 days, they'd already chosen the seat they were going to sit in. And then they stayed with that. And even though they're impersonal, they're not different colours or anything in lecture halls, they're just seats.
Oh my God, I remember doing that all the time when I was a student. I'd go to one chair, one desk, and I would always want that desk.
I know, because apparently it gives comfort and it stops you wasting mental energy as well.
What, like trying to find out if you're safe? In that chair, in that position.
Not if you're safe.
No, it reminds me of the cats because they're always looking around, especially this new kitten.
They are, but it gives you comfort to know that you're in that position, and probably in the end, all the people around you will always be the same, so they'll be like part of your little tribe.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, they'll be part of your tribe in that tiny area that you've. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
But at home, I still do it at home. I want my comfy bit of the settee.
Yeah, even if because it's like I've chosen the best part of the settee, the sofa, because it's like the chaise longue where I can actually lie down in. And my poor hubby, he's got. I mean, it's a very big, seating area, so he could choose any other plot. But he's very kind, and he'll never go on there. And sometimes I say, look, I'm not using it. I'm going to go and chill upstairs and watch Netflix on my little computer. You can go, you can have it. But he won't go there. Because I suppose he's found his own space where he feels comfortable in.
Well, that's right. But also because he is kind, he's given you the best seat.
He has,
I mean, we've come, at my household,
really
we've
sweet.
come to a compromise.
Yes.
Where I have the best seating in the evening when I'm really tired. And since my husband gets up really early in the morning, he wakes up really early at 4 or something.
Gosh,
he'll
that
go
is
on
early.
the settee, but then he'll stay, since he'll stay till later. So when I'm awake, he's still on it.
And does that trouble you?
Well, at first it did a little bit because...
there you go. You don't want to see somebody in your position, even if you don't want to use it.
No,
it's so
because
weird.
it was weird because I didn't use it really.
That's what I mean. You might be
didn't
having
use
breakfast
it.
somewhere
I would sit
else.
on a different part of the settee to have breakfast.
Yeah.
But I wanted to... It just get to me, the fact that he was on there. Just
in
kind
your
of lounging.
territory.
Yes, in my
Get
territory.
off my territory.
You can see the facial expressions if you watch the video.
It's so
You're
funny.
just pulling funny faces.
No, because it's like that. It's oh my gosh, don't talk about the kitchen. We've got a table where we eat in the kitchen, and honestly, I have my chair, and it's for me, it's a best chair because I get a garden view.
For you.
But they don't care about
don't
that.
care.
I mean, I don't know. In this house, it's me, my husband, and the 2 sons. I don't know because they're all men, or I don't know if it's a girl thing, a woman thing that we like to look outside.
Well,
or
I'm
it's
not
just
bothered
me.
about looking outside. I always
know.
sit on the other side, but I know you sit on that side. Maybe if you were the opposite, I might sit there and look out.
Yeah, because this morning we had our coffee there.
Yeah,
before
but I
the
always
podcast.
sit opposite you, so I don't feel as if I have to sit next to you
I
and look at the garden.
I
You
would. I would.
No, I don't think you would, because you'd want to see me.
No, I want to see you,
don't
but
like sitting next to me only for podcasts.
No,
or in that one restaurant.
Look, I always want to sit next to you. I hate sitting facing you
sit
because
opposite.
it's normally the best
But
view.
then we always have to...
We always have to turn around. What about when we go to the Mexican
when it was
restaurant?
funny at the Mexican restaurant. I went there with my
Yeah.
daughter, and our place was taken.
Yes. It was taken. Oh, dear me.
And
Big
so
drama.
we sat on another place. We sat somewhere else at a table, and we changed the table. We weren't happy there. Then we changed again. Then I made my
embarrassing.
sister, you were okay, but I made my daughter sit next to me because I wanted to be able to touch
Physical
her.
touch, yes.
Yeah, because I'm touchy-feely. And she lives in London, so I was missing her a bit.
Yeah.
And she was saying, "Oh my God, Mum,
Are you going to make up your minds, you two? I
I
mean,
mean, it was empty, the restaurant, so it's not as if it was a big spectacle. or
no, but
anything,
it was a bit like a little that
musical
game.
chairs.
Yeah.
Maybe because we played musical chairs when we were little, we're more used to it.
No, I think I think that's just a big excuse we make. The truth is that we want to sit in certain places, and you get over it because you're supposed to be
you have to be flexible.
sophisticated person, a human, and don't make a big deal. But I remember that time we went for the business meeting. Do you remember? And I
I can't remember which one you're talking about.
well, there was a business meeting with somebody we kind of wanted to impress right at the very beginning of our careers. And we were at this restaurant, and I thought there was a lovely view of the street outside in London. And this man, I mean, the person we kind of sort of were trying to collaborate with, he just took the best view of the outside. And I remember thinking, oh, no. And I remember having to try and find my spatial, in the other chair, which I didn't really want to sit in. So it's not just about, it's not just about the home and with the family. This goes on, for me anyway.
Because it's what you find comfort with. I suppose you find comfort with views.
Views, yeah. Being able to
You
look,
like to look
more
ahead.
visual, yeah. Looking, having, like at a restaurant, I always find the one where I can...
Isn't that because you used to be an air hostess and you look for the escape room?
No, I don't know. No, what being confined in a cabin for many hours.
Because I don't remember you being like that when you were little? You were never bothered about the view when you were little.
How do you know?
Because I used to see you. You never used to swap chairs or wouldn't care where you used to sit.
Well, I can't really remember
I think
that.
it could be because it was it was imprinting. Do you remember our NLP colleague told us about that?
Yeah.
She said that you had the imprinting, she could recognise it.
Yeah,
You had the
maybe.
professional deformation of always looking for the safety, looking for the escape, looking for this. She recognised it in a trait in you.
Well, maybe, but I don't know. I just think it's because I can see better and it's the most beautiful.
You think it's because of that, but who knows?
Well, what we were saying in this study, back to psychology, it could also be that the safest route,
the safest escape route.
I can
see. Because animals do that, don't they? And they're always looking around, looking where the exit is, looking where to get out.
Yes. Or either they want to find like the safest nook and cranny to fit into where they feel protected. So yes, I guess it could be.
It could be.
It could be back to the air hostess palaver. Gosh, that did leave me with a few, I'm not going to say traumas, but I mean, it was fun, but it was also, it's a kind of a weird job. I don't know if any of you have ever done that, being part of a cabin crew. I mean, it is fun, but it does have its long-term side effects, that's for sure.
What else? That's thrown me a bit. I've gone into the flight mode now.
Yeah, me too. I've gone into thinking about.
I think it's important to recognise, though, that if you are the kind of person that always looks for the same place in your house, or wants to sleep on the same side of the bed, it's perfectly normal. It's just to save mental energy, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So, because sometimes I would think it was a bit weird. I used to think, why am I like this sometimes?
Why am I so fixated?
Sometimes my kids would say, Mum, why do you always have... I mean, Mum was the same, our Mum, wasn't she? Do you remember? She had the same chair, she would sit in.
And you think, is this like a sign of me becoming like too... old,
fixated
in my ways, or is it just... No, it's not actually.
I've always done it though, ever since I was younger.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's just something.
Since I had my first house, I remember doing it.
Like when you first claimed your space.
But I mean, even as a student, I think we all used to sit on the same chairs in the dining room when we used to live together.
You just said it. The study was done on students. So
it's not an old thing.
It's not an old thing, really.
Don't worry,
so
you're
be
getting
consoled. It's not because you're getting older. It's just normal. And, like when they say you have to flip the mattress round and you were supposed to, I don't know now with these memory foam mattresses and that, if you're supposed to move them around and change bedsides, if you sleep with a partner.
No, I think those are those old-fashioned mattresses.
Well, I hate doing that. I've never done it.
I haven't either.
No, I think it was the old-fashioned mattresses.
Because they had the springs, didn't
they?
If someone was heavier,
used to say that.
It's because if someone was heavier on one side, they'd make the springs weaken. They used to have springs in them.
Oh, yeah, that was why. That's why, because they would have the spring. Oh, yeah, making that typical sound of when, mattress sound, yeah. It's funny how just one sound can bounce you back. No, that does not happen anymore. Thank goodness. No,
it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yippee for that.
It's a good thing for mental health.
For privacy, yes, absolutely. Especially if you're sharing your home with many people.
I know.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, so there you go. You are not a weirdo. If you want to keep your same chair, you like your same position, you go to the coffee shop and you're always sitting your favourite little table.
But we're just looking for comfort, I think, and we all need comfort nowadays, especially now.
But if you can't find your table, just have a little laugh.
Because it's the world is getting bigger and bigger. We travel more. Thank goodness now we can really travel.
Yes.
But we're having, we're not so confined to our little villages or little places anymore where we would always sit in the same place and do the same thing. So we are a bit more on guard, I think, on guard.
Yeah, so when we can, we try and find our little comforts with an ever-moving and ever-changing world, and our lives are forever
most
changing.
People will sit, if they sit, for instance, when they're travelling, they sit in an aisle seat. Most people would choose to sit in that same seat again. If you're used to a window seat, you choose a window seat.
Yeah.
So it's just part of who we are. I think it goes down to generations, to our ancestors.
Well, it's animals again.
Yeah, animals.
We're mammals, and that is a mammal. That is a mammal trait.
It's an animal instinct, isn't
yes,
it? And it's often attributed to aggression, like territorial, people fighting, you know, all that kind of thing. But
it might be just, hey, it's not attributed to you. You just feel safe in that spot, and you're just being clever doing that, because then your mind can go on to think about something else.
Yeah. They did say that in the study. They did say that the students could focus on their studies more.
On their academic
if they
work.
had the same place.
So just give them the same desk. And if you're... I
think because you feel like home as well.
Do you remember when we were little, the teachers would force us to change desks so that we wouldn't feel so comfortable and always be chatting with the same person?
It was horrible, wasn't it?
Horrible, yeah.
It could be from that as well. We don't like it.
Maybe, yeah. They would say, no, you're moving today. And they would move you around. Oh well.
Well, let us know what you think. And if you're enjoying our podcast, please make sure you follow us and share this with your friends to help us grow.
Yeah, and by the way, we're always sitting in the same position on this sofa too. I've just noticed it.
No.
Never once will we change.
You'll be able to see that on
if you watch
YouTube.
Yeah.
Should we change next time?
No. Well, would you feel off if you changed?
Of course I would.
Because you're looking at me like you're looking at me this way, and then it would feel a bit weird, wouldn't it?
Would feel weird.
We should try it though, just
maybe.
We might next time. So
I don't think so.
Stay tuned.
Maybe you'll be braver.
I might see how I feel there.
Yeah, but then you'd have to do all the controls.
Oh God, no! I don't want to control that machine.
We'll swap it over.
Just put the machine here, the recording thing.
Okay, bye-bye.
Lots of love.
Smiles from the
English sisters.
Bye-bye.